taking so long? Why is it taking so long? Okay, that is confusing. They changed the interface. Why they gotta change it for? I just got used to it. Now, I don't know which one's live or not. But this is confusing. This is super confusing. This is super confusing. Why are they gonna make it so confusing for? This is confusing. This is super confusing. This is super confusing. Am I live? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so if you're on my live and you can see my face, this is a good idea if you can leave a comment in the. Hey, hold on. Let me do this. I know what's going on. Press live. Oh. My live. You can see my face. This is a good idea if you can leave a comment in the. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Okay, people. I don't know what's going on. I got my little iPhone right here. Tell me what I can see. What I need. Right. It's out in the living room. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Okay, I see that. I'm assuming I'm live. I can see it on my phone. Usually I would get up and check the other computer over there, but I really don't want to right now. I just want to get this done and going. Yeah, so let's load up my budget, which would mean I do this, which does that, and I go here, and then I'm waiting to see. I know there's delay, but I need to know what I can see. Yeah. Which is like, I don't like this. It's so confusing. I really don't. I really, you know what? I need to go back to the method of, I pre-record the video of me going through the budget, because this new go live system right now, I don't, oh, there it is. Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. But okay, it's all right. It's fine. It's just what technology does. It just moves. So here's my budget for August. I don't know. I got some work done. Checks came in. So what I did was I made a whole thing on my spreadsheet that tracks the websites I work for webcam. While I'm working, I'm tracking if I made payout. Then I track when the last check was mailed out. And then here I track what week out of the month that check was made. So I know how much money I have coming in for the whole month. And then I do the same thing again in my accounting software, which is here, Wave Apps. I love them. They're awesome. It's great. Like, yeah, and it's free. So it's even great for that. Because that way it does a profit and loss statement that I get to print out, which is good for taxes. So this whole way I'm doing stuff is just good of I know what's coming in, I know what's going out, and then I know what to claim on my taxes. So there's that. Yeah, and then I added on my chart of each week out of the month what week bills are due. And I noticed that I pretty much have every other week. So like once I pay off the payday loan, which comes out the last week of the month, every other week I have weeks where I can just spend money on me. There's nothing to do with the bill. And then I did the grown-up thing of changing and canceling my cell phone provider. So now cell phone cost is now $56.50 compared to before it used to be $107.30, and it was just so stressful dealing with the cell phone company because the cell phone is a contract cell phone, so that means I was paying for the phone while I was paying for the service of the phone of $95 a month before taxes. After taxes, $107.35 for the month, and it was just that extra $50 on the bill was just not worth it. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to get my final bill in September, which the final bill is $144.70, and then the phone, the contract fee is $400 because I'm canceling my contract earlier than my contract date. Contract date ends in June 2020, but I'm sick and tired of this cell phone company where I switched to a company called Chatr, which runs off the Rogers network. So that means I'm getting really good service, and it's $50 a month. And because my phone is unlocked, and my previous working life, I had a work phone. That was a Chatr phone, so I was using that for work, but now it's my primary phone, so this is great. I have a primary phone that's $50 a month. When I want to buy an upgrade of cell phones, I will just pay them in cash. They'll become part of the future purchase sinking fund, and I allocated $5,000 as a savings goal for any future purchase I do, which would be computers, it would be furniture for the apartment, it would be small appliances, repainting the apartment. I may either do it myself or hire somebody. That's the whole point of the future purchases, but like savings account. And then so that I can pay less check cashing fees, because I've been cashing my webcam checks at check cashing places, and they take a huge fee out of the check. And of course, they offer other services, and you get tempted. It's just becoming a hassle because of going there. More people are in there getting payday loans, or some of the new locations are offering installment loans. There's more people in the line now. It's just not a good place of being there when all I have to do is cash my check and go. That's all I gotta do. So now what's gonna happen is I need to put $1,000 in savings for my buffer account, and I'll just deposit my checks at my bank. I know my checks will hold my checks for 30 days. It's just what they do because they're international checks. It's a foreign currency check. The bank wants to hold it for that long so they can use that money and trade in the Forex market. I know that, but when I did the math of, what did I do the math of again? Yeah, when I did the math of wire transfer fees, check cashing places, and just deposit the check in the bank deposit the check in the bank, even with the 30-day hold that my bank account will do, I still spend less money in fees, and I get all of the check value in my bank. So that's what we're working on for the rest of the year, is that there's $500, $1,000. I split it up for two accounts, two savings accounts at both my banks. And then I'll just go to the ATM, deposit my checks for the online bank, and then for the teller bank, I go in, deposit my checks. They'll tell me and the thing is, if they see me more often, they'll probably release my check faster. So it may work out in the future to be a good relationship with the bank of them seeing me deposit my checks. They know that I'm working. Yeah, it's just, I just need a faster way of getting my money and paying my bills on time. And it came down to that I need another savings account ready to go to handle my basic monthly expenses until the checks clear out of my bank. And then once the checks clear, then I'll be putting some money towards my retirement savings and then my savings goals, which ends up being this tab in my budget. So I added another tab in my budget. It's basically my money rules. My goal is to make $365 for the day, and I break it down for my hours that I work. So it's pretty much my whole entire schedule. I get online at 9 o'clock in the morning. I work till noon. Then I take a break. I work out. I make my lunch. I do my house cleaning. I may have errands to run. Then I get back online at 3 p.m. I work till 7. Then I cook dinner. Then I get back on at 9 p.m. and I stop working at midnight. And I've had this schedule when I started webcamming. So when I had the schedule, when I started webcamming, I was making $210 to $300 a day just sticking to the schedule of webcamming. And that's the big thing about webcamming, is that you need to be consistent in the schedule. And the minute you stop doing the schedule, your income drops. It's just your income drops. If you're not online, you're not being consistent, and you're not having the checks come in on a regular basis, you're not making anything. So with cam models that I hear of the problems I'm hearing, it's just because you're not working. It's straight up, you're just not working. It's just what it is. For the 2 weeks out of the month, where's that little tab? 2 weeks out of the month, I decided to follow that schedule. I made, where is it? Here it is. I gotta get used to this new charts and stuff. Yeah, so the week of August 17, I made $45. Then the week of August 24, I made $130 for that week. And then right now, we're gonna roll into September, so then I gotta change out everything here, make another sheet, and then make it for September, and then September starts at 0. And then I'm waiting on this check to arrive. The $87, $85 check, I'm waiting for that to arrive because it's mailed out on August 29. So it should arrive on after the holiday, because it's long weekend holidays, Labor Day weekend. So after the holiday, that check will arrive. It'll be $87.85. That's US. It'll convert over to Canadian. It'll be roughly $120. But right now, since I'm still using check cashing places, what's happening here? It may end up being like $100 or $95. But I'll definitely be walking away with the 87 and 85 cents. So there's that. It's just the thing of doing business, you're international of that. And then I do my accounting software. I put that in. I put my expenses in. So I print that off. Everything is really, really, really organized. The level of organization I've done now for my money, and everything has a job. I know what's coming in. I know what's going out. I know what it grows up to be because of US dollar, Canadian dollar currency exchange rate. And then I know what week, what bills are being paid. So I know exactly what it takes to keep the household running. And then my little pie chart thing for life, where after my this. So I aim to make $365 for the day. I put away 30% of that for taxes. Then my take home is $255.32. Then I put away 35% of that for long-term savings, my retirement savings, and I reinvest into the business. And then my tax-free savings account, that's a combination of, that'll be money for a down payment on a house. It'll be, because of the tax-free savings account, you can take out that money for anything without any penalties, like you would the retirement account. The retirement savings account in Canada, you take money out of there, you're paying taxes on it, and then you're paying a fee with the bank because you're withdrawing your money early before the age of 65 or 71. And yeah, I'm not touching the retirement account anymore. Money goes in, it's invested in good stock mutual funds. I let it sit. I'm 35 years old. I plan to take it out around the age of 70 or 65, depending on what's going on in my life at that time. And I live off of, as of today, being 34, going to be 35, $165.96 a day. That's what I take home. That's what I live with. That's what I spend. That's what I save for purchases. So this 10% here is to save for purchases. And then my housing costs, I'm doing 35%. My transportation is 5%. And then my lifestyle of like hair, nails, groceries, bank fees, going to the movies, that's 25%. And then right now, because of how high my debt is, I'm putting away 25% of my take-home income for debt repayment. It really should be 15%, but because of the payday loan and my credit card and my student loan that I need to get paid off, I need to boost that percentage to 25. So that's pretty much how things are done. And then like my total debt is $7,800. This has to go down because of I made a payment, and then yeah, so I'm still $7,000 in debt, but I'm still less than $10,000 in debt. And based on every debt-free calculator out there, says I could be out of debt-free in 6 months, assuming that my income is at the level it should be based on my goal of $365 a day. Yeah. And then like it could also still happen if I end up making $100 a day. I still save for taxes. I still invest in long-term savings, and then I live off the rest. It's just, yeah, it's just really, really great. And I'm not looking at chat. Hold on. Let me go check on chat. I've just been talking and talking and talking. No. I've just been talking and talking and talking. Okay, good. There's like nobody in chat. That's awesome. Okay, so yeah, let's go back to the spreadsheet. We're not done yet. We're still over here. Right. And then here's what's really, really cool that I like. This website called Undebit.it. So it's Undebit.it. It is a wonderful tracker that tracks my debt payoff. That way, that's how I broke down based on their debt payoff calculations. If I put towards $1,400 towards debt repayment, it's gone in 6 months, which is basically $100 a day towards debt repayment. That means it's $100 a day towards debt repayment. There's $100 a day that I'm living off of. There's like $100 a day towards taxes, just based on my my plan, based on my targets, based on this is the goal, this is what we need to achieve, let's get her done. So there's that. While that loads up, I'll drink some water. So I added in my $195 payment on the payday installment loan and calculated my balance to be $4,032.68 based on the interest rate. I like that it does that. It calculates the interest rate. It's not exactly accurate, especially on my student loan. It's not exactly accurate, but I probably, if I wanted to know the exact interest rate on my student loan, I probably just call them for it. But they send me a statement. So every time they send me the statement, I just upload the new balance with the interest rate, and then I know what it is. Same thing with a credit card. So some of this stuff in here you manually enter in the information and it still calculates it, but it's fine. Like, I know the balance, I know what I'm putting towards my payments for debt. It breaks down my debt snowball, which is in this table right here. It gives you a table of if you're going to pay your debt off following the debt snowball or the debt avalanche, and it lets you also enter in if you're going to pay off your debt in some other combination of paying off debt. I've chosen the highest interest rate first, which is the payday loan, and the math works out for both of them the same time frame. So even if I was doing the debt snowball the way Dave Ramsey promotes the debt snowball, my debt payoff time frame is exactly the same as if I was doing the debt avalanche, where you pay the high interest first. But because it's the type of debt that I have of the payday advance debt, and because it's an installment loan, it's not like every paycheck is going to pay off debt because I'm using a check cashing place. They take out a monthly payment every month, so it's a little easier on the stress. Plus, I was able to call them in August to negotiate a partial payment because I wanted to make sure I paid my internet bill so I have the ability to work and make income. And that happened, which is great. I'm really happy about that. And then because of doing the math and paying attention to my budget, I was able to realize I really have to get out of my cell phone contract. And I was able to use the money I would have paid my cell phone bill today. I use it to get a new cell phone plan, and that plan is active. I have a new phone number. It's great. And then my final bill would come September for the cell phone. I will work on paying that off. So by December, I no longer have to worry about the cell phone contract at all. And the thing about the cell phone contract too, they are reporting to my credit report. And I, you know, worship the FICO score because having it makes things a little easier. It does. It makes things a little easier of having a good credit score, getting, the plan of buying a house one day and going in with a down payment and a good credit score. It's a faster process of getting a mortgage to buy a house. Me doing the whole Dave Ramsey philosophy of having no debt completely and then having your down payment and then searching for a company that does manual underwriting. I really don't want to do that or buy my first home by myself when I know and I see like my family do it and everybody do it, of boost your credit score, save for the down payment, have a good score, get a mortgage. Like, shop around for the best mortgages. Like, it's just a whole lot easier. Plus, I'm in Canada. There's certain things here that Canadian life, has the credit score. It's just what it is. Like, I'm not even trying to be like, oh, I follow Dave Ramsey and whatever. No, I'm following my plan that works with me, that I can stick to, that doesn't drive me up the wall and I feel bad that I'm not doing exactly as this person that runs a TV show every week on YouTube suggests. He doesn't live here. He does not live here. He's not getting up every day doing what I do. He's not managing the money the way that I do. It's just what it is. So that's where we're at right now. And I think we're done. Right. I think we're done. I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about on that. Yeah, we're good on that. Awesome. Okay, great. I don't like, you guys will watch the replay. It's been fun. That is right. I didn't plan my budget for September. Right. It's pretty much my categories that I spend, same categories every single month. The money I allocate allocate to spend in every category in my budgets, everything every month. My goal, same thing. I have an income goal over I have a paycheck every 2 weeks because I run on, my income runs on me earning commissions. Just what it is. Then I gotta figure out taxes. Then I gotta figure out what I put towards my retirement. Then I gotta make sure that I have money in savings to cover the month ahead while I wait for checks to clear every 30 days, because that's a new future plan, which will mean more money in the bank for me when I deposit my checks in the bank and let them process the bank system. And yeah, that's it. And it'll roll the way it's supposed to once I keep doing it. Because when I was younger, starting webcam, I was doing it. It's what got me to have debt and file bankruptcy when I was 25, something like that, 2012, 2010, something like that. So I know it can be done. It's just because of I'm dealing with the fact that I may have an invisible illness, multiple sclerosis, and the symptoms and limitations of having that illness makes it a little bit difficult of moving through this process as fast as I can, because I'm just not, I don't have the energy and the ability to do the things as fast as I used to do. I'm doing them slow progress movements. Progress is progress. I'm not going to exert myself because I don't need to aggravate the symptoms of MS pain, because it's in my neck, it's in my spine, and it's in the bottom of my head. It comes for where it's located. So the less physical amped up I am, the better, which means lowering my stress, a lot more of just one task at a time and just get it done when I get it done. Do my therapy, do my treatments, do my pain management, do my MRI in October. It's a lot. And I'm doing it by myself. Like, even if I could tell family and the boyfriend about it, they're on the outside. All they can do is sit and listen to doctors' notes and opinions and drive me to treatments and stuff. And I'm doing the treatment myself. Like, there's that. And then have them tell me, oh, you should exercise more, or you should eat more vegetables and stuff. I know that. I know that. But here's the thing. I'm buying the vegetables that I'm eating. I'm cooking all the food that I'm eating. Like, it's just those things. Like, my independence, keeping it while I'm dealing with an illness, is like pretty much the strongest thing I need to do for myself, because that's where I'm at. So yeah, that's the budget. My debt is $7,900, give or take. A few dollars here. Yeah, you'll see the progress. I think now in the future, I will pre-record my screen and you guys can watch the videos on your own time, because that way it puts less stress on me trying to do this whole live video system setup. Even though, yes, the live videos are fun, but I need to make my work more efficient and spend more time making money. So the videos are great. I keep myself accountable. I know my budget. You guys see what a budget looks like. You see that someone who is in this profession can handle their money, can plan their money properly, because it's just money. It needs to know where to go. Otherwise, it'll just vanish. You don't know where it went. And then you wake up and be like, I have no money for retirement. I have no savings, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not trying to have that. I don't want to be like 70 and work in this career that's so lucrative and I have nothing to show for it. Because it is. It's a lucrative business. It all takes planning. All takes execution. It takes daily boring tasks every single day to make sure that when a dollar comes in, it's not gone and spent on just hair and nails and makeup. So this is what we got for you. I really, really love you guys watching this. It's awesome. First time you see my face, you want to see more of this face, subscribe to this channel. If you click that bell notification thing, it'll let you know when I go live and upload a video. And I will see you on the next one. Smooches.